Hey everyone, welcome back to Sheff Utd. Hopefully you're good, hopefully you're well. This boring international break is finally over and the Premier League football is back. And I am back with Premier League Gameweek prediction and it's time to predict and preview the Game Week 13. So before I start, just a humble request: if you like the video, subscribe and watch till the end because I discuss on every fixture in detail. Or you can watch it in chapters as you want. So we have some amazing fixtures this week, and the first one to start off is Manchester City versus Liverpool. What a blockbuster match, because I don't think this rivalry gets the respect it deserves. I'm a neutral in this, you can watch as per the photo behind, but I'm a neutral and I love this picture. This has been a great rivalry in the last some years, and some of the quality of the matches has been amazing. This season, I think both sides have still not been at the best, and they've still played some really good stuff. Both are antagonist this season with Arsenal. Manchester City, yes, they conceded 4 goals, but how good they look when they were attacking. And this season, bar the Chelsea match, they've defensively been really good this season. Liverpool, on the other hand, are back at the best. Attackingly, they're so good. Nunes has done well. Salah again doing what he always does. You've got Slosby, who has been what a signing. And I think Liverpool attackingly again are looking so good. Yes, they are missing a DM, but what a team they are. Now, this match for me will be decided on the midfield. I believe with John Stones missing this game, Rodri, like in the Chelsea game, was left isolated. This is where Liverpool can take advantage with their high pressing football, high energy football. They're going to be on the cases of Manchester City. While on the other hand, even Liverpool don't have a DM. This fixture has always been a fixture of high energy, high passion, and high pressing by Liverpool, and Manchester City controlling and finding the spaces. And with players like Salah, Slosby, Nunes starting or coming from the bench. On the other side, Haaland versus Van Dijk, Julian Alvarez, Bernardo Silva, will Doku start or Grealish. This is a really good match. But because I think again Johnson's not being available, Kovacic could be a doubt for this game as well. Nunes is a doubt for this game as well. I think Liverpool can take advantage of the midfield issue, and this is why I can see a high scoring 2-2 draw. Because I think City defense will leave spaces behind because of not having John Stones. They'll be exposed to Salah if Nunes starts or comes from the bench, and that is where Liverpool will take advantage. But Liverpool, especially with not having a DM, won't be able to handle Haaland, Alvarez, Bernardo Silva, Foden for a long time. So I'm going with entertaining 2-2 draw. Coming on to Sheffield United versus Bournemouth. Another big match. You're going to be laughing at me, but in terms of the bottom table, this is a really important match. Sheffield have found their form in the table now, got a victory against Wolves, got a draw against Brighton, and then you go on to Bournemouth. They beat Newcastle, they should have won by more. They got a victory 2-3 weeks back against Burnley. So both teams are slowly finding their form. Bournemouth were everyone's favourite to be a surprise team this season, so they're disappointed, but now they are finding their feet back. On the other hand, Sheffield United were everyone's favourite to go down. They did well at the start of the season, played some matches well, but then they got battered by Arsenal and Newcastle. But now they're slowly starting again looking good defensively, and at home there's a 6-pointer for both the sides. And I think Bournemouth are still a side who struggle for goals. Sheffield are still a side who struggle for goals. And with so much pressure on this game, I think it's a draw written all over it. So I'm going with Sheffield 1, Bournemouth 1. Coming on to the next game, and this is an exciting match as well. That is Nottingham Forest versus Brighton. And I think people are not really respecting and giving a bit of you can say understanding to Brighton and the injury crisis they've got, because Brighton are in big trouble right now with injuries. You have to feel for them. For this game, Ivan Ferguson is a doubt to start. Mitoma is a doubt to start. Solly March should be out for a long time, so wishing him the best. You've got Enkiso out for a long time as well, so wishing him the best as well. You've got Welbeck still out. You've got Dahoud suspended in this game. Then Milner is a doubt for this game as well. Estupinan is a massive doubt. Dunk is a massive doubt. And Lamptey is out as well, so they are struggling. While Nottingham Forest it's just come out that Evie Noe could be out for some time, so wishing him the best and really sad for him as well. So Nottingham Forest is the only issue, but Brighton literally have their proper 11 missing from this game, like in terms of the main 8 or 9 players missing. This is why I think along with that, Nottingham Forest love to play sides where they can counter, they can sit back, soak up the pressure. And I don't think De Zerbi is going to change his style with even the plays he has got right now with injuries. And I think Nottingham Forest will struggle for goals with Evie Noe, but still they have Chris Wood, they still have a player in Elanga on counter, they still have Origi. So I'm going with Nottingham Forest 1, Brighton 0. Really feel for Brighton right now. And coming on to the next game, Burnley versus West Ham. For Vincent Kompany C, I've enjoyed watching Burnley. They play some good football, but at some point the results have to come. Last game week they did well against Arsenal. They showed a good fight, but to be really honest, they have to start getting results. West Ham this season have struggled against sides where they are supposed to be the dominant team, but when they are the team on the counter, they do well. They got a victory against Nottingham Forest last game week, but they lost to Everton, they lost to Brentford. So this is a really important game for David Moyes. I think Bowen could be fit to start the game. They still have Kudus, and Burnley are a team that play where West Ham want. Burnley will play good football. It will leave spaces for Bowen and Kudus. And sadly, we know Antonio is injured, wishing him the best of recovery. But I think they still have a lot of quality. And I think West Ham will nick a narrow 2-1 victory in this game. So I'm going with Burnley 1, West Ham 2. Coming on to the next game now, and that is Luton versus Crystal Palace. A really important game. Luton have done well in this Premier League this season in terms of what people are expecting. I think Luton done really well. Even against last game against United, Morris could have finished his chance. And along with that, being really honest, Luton did well in that game. They still tried to survive for as long as possible, and they conceded a bit of, you can say, sloppy or a lucky goal for Manchester United there. And then you go to Crystal Palace. Again, Crystal Palace have been defensively solid this season. They missed services of Eze in between and Olise, but now they have mostly got fit attacking department. And I think this is a sort of fixture that Palace will like. Luton are a team that don't score a lot of goals. Palace are very good defensively. And I think Luton struggle for goals. Palace have the experience. Manager Roy Hodgson knows this league in and out. And I think that a bit of tiny advantage of quality that Palace have will get over Luton Town. And I think I'm going with Luton Town 0. Crystal Palace getting a narrow 1-0 victory. Coming on to the next game, Newcastle versus Chelsea. What a game. First of all, really wishing for Newcastle, man. The injuries they've got is very bad. Like, they have no Murphy for this game. Tonali, we know, is suspended. You've got no Tanburn. You've got Lewis also not suspended in terms of, like, he cannot play against parent club Chelsea. No Callum Wilson. Almiron is down. And then you've got Botman down. Barnes is out. So they're really struggling. But even after that, they might have an attack of Issa, Gordon, Almiron, Bruno Guimaraes, long stuff, Jolinton midfield, Trippier at the right. I think at the left we have to see who they play. And then it could be Livramento, but again Livramento was a doubt, but I think he's going to start. And then it's going to be, if Botman is fit, Botman Shah, otherwise Lascelles Shah, and the goalkeeper Pope. And Chelsea have good news now. James is back, Bardashel is back, Lavia and Kuku coming back soon. So Chelsea's injury crisis is getting over now, so that is good. See, as a Chelsea fan and being a neutral in this, I can only see this game going two ways. We know how Newcastle start at St. James Park. They kill you. They try to kill you in the first 20 minutes, press, energy, and they kill you within the first 20 minutes. That's what Newcastle do. Like, if you watch the Liverpool game, they could have been 2-0 up by first 40 minutes, but they did not take their chances, and after that, Liverpool came back in the game and beat them. If Chelsea go at St. James Park, survive the early pressure, and I think with Newcastle not having a lot of quality on the bench and starting 11 not having a lot of quality with injuries, we can beat them. But if we go there, we don't start well in the first 20 minutes, we could easily be 2-0 behind. So this is why I think we need to do well in that game. And in prediction terms, I think I can only see this game go two ways. I think either we are going to go there, survive the early pressure, and after that we're going to beat them comfortably 2-0 in this game. Because after that I can't see Newcastle score. Or we are going to go there, we are going to absolutely play pathetic in the first 20 minutes, and Newcastle will be 2-0 up by then, and then they'll win the game 2-0. So I'm confident in Chelsea victory. I still think Newcastle are struggling. I still see them not bringing that energy, because I think this international break, the tiredness they've overall got the season is going to play a part. So I'm going with a confident Chelsea 2-0 victory, but I won't be surprised if we get bliss pass in the first 20 minutes. Coming on to the next game, Brentford against Arsenal, and I think many people are saying this could be a fixture where Arsenal drop points. I don't think so. I respect Brentford. Brentford love to play against sides where they can counter, but I think this is a much quality side they are playing. Chelsea, see, we are defensively very sloppy on set pieces. We don't handle aerial threat well, and I think overall we are not a good attacking side in terms of clinicality. We can score 4, but then we can score 0. Arsenal have Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, Jesus. Defensively, they have Saliba, Gabriel, and I think Ben White should be fit for this game. So I think they're going to handle Visa and Bournemouth threat really well. And I think Arsenal are not going to concede in this game. By the first 10-15 minutes, I don't see Brentford putting a threat. And I think on the counter, on dominance of possession, I think Arsenal are going to nick a 2-0 victory. Not dominant, but going to get the job done and go ahead in the league. And I think it's going to be Brentford 0, Arsenal 2. Coming on to the next game, that is Tottenham versus Villa, one of the games of the week, because this is a really important game and I really feel for Tottenham. Like, for this game, they have no Maddison, and even more than Maddison, the biggest miss is the defense, because they are playing against a side who are really quick on the counter, who love to find the spaces behind Watkins, Moussa Diaby, and for this game, you needed Nicky van der Veen, you needed Christian Romero, and I think Dyer and Davis is going to be a problem for Tottenham. And Postecoglou is a brave man, I respect him, he's going to play his style of football, but in this game, against the quality of Watkins in behind, is not going to work. So then what's going to happen? If Aston Villa score 2 goals, Tottenham have to score 2 or 3 goals. But with no Maddison, they don't have the creativity. A lot will depend on Son. Emery smart enough to lock Son out of the game, and it's done. This is why I think if it was a full Tottenham fit squad, I could see Tottenham win this game. But now with the injuries, I can only see Aston Villa getting a 2-0 victory. Tottenham will have the chances, they'll miss those, and defensively, Watkins and Diaby will take the advantage. Coming on to Everton versus United, and I think this is a very big fixture. Even if point deduction did not happen, I still thought Everton are going to be very good in this game. They have been really good this season. They got under the radar. Many people were saying Everton will go down, but they have been really good this season. And at some point, they've really played some good football. And with this point deduction, the Goodison Parker is going to be rocking, and they will have a point to prove. Manchester United, on the other hand, I think they can only go 2 ways. Even this season, they've not really played well. They hung out and all this stuff, but they still have got 7 wins and only 5 losses this season. They still are doing fine. They still are doing better than many sides. So they are still doing well. And Manchester United can only go 2 ways. They cannot get worse, so they're only going to get better, or at some point it's going to break. This bubble is going to break and results will not start coming. So let's see how it goes. For this game, we know Casemiro will not be available. Luke Shaw is back in training, so that's a boost. And even before point deduction, I thought this game was going to be a draw. Because I think Everton are still a side who don't score a lot of goals. United this season have been struggling for goals as well. So I don't see a lot of goals. And to be really honest, I still believe United are a side who are experienced enough to weather the pressure and then get that goal in the game and get a point or get a victory. And I think in this game, being very honest, I think Everton are not a very good goal scoring team. I think United might start badly, concede a goal, but I was always confident they'll come back in the game. So I'm going with Everton 1, United 1. And coming to the last game of this game week is Fulham versus Wolves. Wolves have been really good this season. Gary O'Neill is doing a fantastic job. But let's be honest, Wolves this season are in the position where people expected Fulham to be. But I said at the start of the season, my prediction, I thought Wolves are going to struggle. So well done O'Neill. But I also thought Fulham are going to struggle. Without Mitrovic, they have been struggling for goals this season. And I think again this game, Wolves are a side who have done well against City, even against Liverpool, Tottenham, United, but they have lost to Sheff United as well. So this is a bit of problem with Wolves. While Fulham, on the other hand, they're a much better side at home. But even then, you saw the Manchester United game. They played well. They could not take their chances and then lost that game. This is why I can't see Wolves score a lot of goals in these type of games. Even against Tottenham, they missed a lot of chances, and Fulham struggled for goals. This is why I think this is a very clear forward 1-1 draw for me. So do let me know your prediction. Thank you for watching. Wishing you the best. Thank you.